This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of Phatts TV, sanctioned by PA Phatts and the non-genetically proven son. Any and all words have been authorized during the show. There is nothing off limits. Nobody is restricted from watching and participating in the show. It is a free-for-all. Commencing at the siren, any and all discussions will be legal for an extended period of time. Sports, politics, and any and all controversial topics will be talked about. You have been warned. May God be with us all.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Phatts TV on this Thursday night, April the 15th, 2021. Happy Tax Day. Tax Day! Joining me as always, from deep down inside his underground bunker in Center County, Pennsylvania, the one, the only, non-genetically proven son.
But it's not tax day.
What do you mean it's not tax day?
The taxes aren't due today.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, things forever that they're due in May this year.
They're allowing you to extend it, but you still have to file something. It's tax day. I'm an accountant. Just trust me.
It's tax day.
I'm an accountant. Believe it or not, this ugly mug, this dumbass person is an accountant.
Are my taxes done?
Yes.
That's all that matters.
Your taxes are done. My taxes are done. Everybody's taxes are done.
$4,000.
No. I already told you what you were getting back.
$1 million.
I want to... Obviously, we have the results of the sitcom bracket tonight. Who is making it to the finals?
A 1 seed. And a 1 seed.
We're going to make you wait, though. So I want to start tonight with basketball. Basketball.
What in the world could be anything important? There's only one thing I can think of that's even relative news in basketball right now.
Go ahead. What's relative news in basketball right now?
Lamar Stevens signed another contract. Ex-Penn State player.
Sure.
That's relative to me, at least.
That's all right.
But other than that, no one really cares about basketball.
So, I want to talk about basketball and racism. See, you thought I was going to talk about the actual sport of basketball.
Well, you didn't say the political side of basketball, which there should be none.
So, it just so happens that the Utah Jazz. They're out in Utah.
Really? I thought they were in Oregon.
Dude, I set you up to say, call me Captain Obvious or something like that. I keep setting you up to do stuff like that. You don't call me Captain Obvious. But anyway, I want to talk about the Utah Jazz.
They're pretty good. They're best team in the league, probably.
I have no idea. I don't watch basketball.
I know they're the best team in the league.
They have a scholarship program.
Okay.
Pretty cool thing to do. Most sports teams do something for their community, or players on the teams do something for their community. Great. That's awesome. The Utah Jazz does not allow white kids to get scholarships from the Utah Jazz. And according to the governor of Utah, that's not racist.
That's not racist.
Now, I could care less what the Utah Jazz does with their money. I don't care. You want to give it to the man on the moon, give it to the man on the moon. I don't care. You want to give it to garbage men. I don't care. But to leave off someone because of their skin color is racist. What am I missing here? Just because it's reverse racism means it's not racist? What am I missing? Please, again, I'm just a stupid fat fuck. What am I missing here?
I don't think you're missing anything.
That's assuming the story that I read is true. And that was a direct quote from the governor of Utah, basically saying that it's not racist to... It's not racist. Ryan Smith and the Jazz could do what they want with their funds. All kids should have equal opportunities. Their Utah Jazz, though, isn't giving all kids equal opportunities. We need to have like a what the fuck flashing on the screen right now. Like, what the fuck? We're gonna have to... People in the truck in the creative department, figure out something for the next show that flashes what the fuck.
So that would not be you.
Why? I learned how to use Adobe Creator this week.
Adobe Creator?
Photo Creator, or whatever the fuck.
Photoshop!
I was shown how to use it. I could create something now.
Yeah, what'd you do? Draw a box?
No.
Put the letters in? Real tough.
And hey, no.
Real tough.
I don't see you offering to help.
You called me, asked if I need help, I'll call you. You didn't call me.
So our friends on the left side of the political aisle filed some bills today and the day before and the day before. By the way, the message board is live and operational even though no one uses it anymore.
Tom said you're missing your white privilege.
I lost it. I don't know what I did with it. I set it down and now I can't find it.
So you need me to get you a white privilege card?
I don't... You know, kind of like when you lose your keys, I lost my white privilege. I know I set it down. I just don't remember where the hell I sat it down. Has anybody found my white privilege? I'm going to get so fired for this stuff. I'm going to be on the unemployment line. I tell you. You're going to get kicked out of school. It's bad. Again, I don't care what the Utah Jazz does with their money. They can do whatever the hell they want. I don't care. Give all your money to Cambodian children. I don't care.
What their governor said is pretty funny, though.
But don't say it's not racist when you're excluding a certain color of people.
When you're excluding 3/4 of people.
I mean, last I checked, white is a color. Not a very good color, but it is a color.
I'm tan. Does that count?
Well, you got Italian blood in you, so you should be a little on the tan side. Just automatically. You're a WAP, or whatever we're called.
WAP.
So our friends, the Democrats, filed some bills today. We know that the president, who we all cheered when he made it up the steps without tripping, yay! Cheer. Yay!
Hey.
We saw the crowd go wild on the last show. We did. He has some executive actions on gun control, whatever. Do what you're going to do, old fuck. Do whatever you're going to do. Now, they want to, and we all knew this was coming, those who pay attention. Now we need a pointing at me. They want to pack the Supreme Court. So they filed a bill today to add 4 more justices to the Supreme Court. And that once upon a time fat fuck, Jerry Nadler, is saying, actually, we're unpacking the court, not packing it. And we're going to listen to a quote from, or part of the speech given by Senator Markey from Massachusetts, the great state of Massachusetts. I only call it great because I know a couple people that live there. Other than that, it's a shithole. It's got Boston in it.
Boston.
So let's hear what the good senator has to say about why the Democrats feel they need to expand the Supreme Court. And you're going to hear somebody's name who they just can't let go. They just can't let go. And no, we're not talking about Jerry Reed from, Smokey and the Bandit. We're not talking about that. Westbound and Down.
We believe that the American people should seize the opportunity to weigh in on whom...
By the way, that's the guy sitting there with that thing covering his face. That's that Once Upon a Time fat fuck Jerry Nadler.
They trust to nominate the next person for a lifetime appointment to the Supreme Court. Yet, 4 years later, just days before the 2020 presidential election, even while Americans were casting ballots, Leader McConnell and his Republican colleagues confirmed Amy Coney Barrett to the court to fill the seat held by the late, great Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So much for letting the people weigh in. As a result, we have a stilted, illegitimate 6-3 conservative majority on the court that has caused this crisis of confidence in our country. The Republicans stole 2 seats on the Supreme Court, and now it is up to us to repair that damage. Our democracy is in jeopardy today because the Supreme Court standing is sorely damaged. And the way we repair it is straightforward. We undo the damage that the Republicans have done by restoring balance. And we do it by adding 4 seats.
And it just ends abruptly. But he's restoring balance. Isn't that what Anakin Skywalker was supposed to do? Restore balance to the Force?
So why 4?
We believe that the American people
restore
should
balance.
seize the opportunity.
Restore balance.
I love when they say, well, they're casting votes. They confirmed Amy. Last I checked, you're president until January 20th.
Right. So here was the gist of his argument and his illogical sense of stealing 2 Supreme Court seats. So back when Barack Hussein Obama was president, during the last year of his presidency, there was an opening on the court because my favorite justice, Scalia, Italian, passed away suddenly. So Obama nominated Merrick Garland, while the Republicans controlled the Senate. So the Republicans said, no, it's an election year. We're going to let the winner of whoever wins the election will decide who the pick is. So they took a chance because, remember, Hillary was supposed to win that election, and she could have nominated somebody a lot further left than Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland is just a little on the left. Now, by the way, he's Attorney General, which is God help us all. He also doesn't think, what the Utah Jazz are doing is racist. I don't know. I just made that up.
He probably doesn't.
So fast forward to this past year, we had another opening on the Supreme Court because of the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Very excellent justice. I don't care that I disagreed with her philosophically on many issues. She was still a great justice. Did a lot for women, which I applaud her for. And I don't disagree with her doing a lot for women. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm not a sexist, chauvinist, fat fuck. I just disagree with the, liberal, progressive philosophies. So the hypocrisy of the Republicans in the Senate, and yes, it was hypocrisy, said we got to fill the seat. So 4 years ago they were saying no, we got to keep the seat open, and then they're saying no, we got to fill the seat. Definitely hypocritical, without a doubt. But I want to say something to the good Senator Markey, also known as Senator Cocksucker. Because, fucking senator, if you don't think your party would have done the goddamn exact same fucking thing, you're out of your fucking mind, Senator cocksucker. You know your party would have done the exact same thing. That's what happens in Washington, D.C. The piss hole of America. America. Any place politicians gather en masse is a piss hole as far as I'm concerned. So, good Senator cocksucker Markey, we're probably going to get... This is probably going to be our last show because I'm going to get kicked off of YouTube. I'm sure I'm gonna. I want you to come on this show and you tell me that your party wouldn't have done anything differently. Senator. I dare you. In fact, I triple dog dare you. You can't pass down a triple dog dare. The last I saw, I watched that movie every Christmas Eve.
He triple dog dare. Ooh.
That's right. You can't turn down a triple dog dare. I watch that movie every Christmas Eve or during the day on Christmas. Whatever. I watch it. No, I'm not going to make you stick your damn tongue to a pole in the freezing cold. But I triple dog dare you to come on this show and tell me your party would have done the exact same fucking thing. Right, Kiana? Hello.
Right.
What do you guys think? Say something, people.
Something.
Something. The message board. Type something. Type, yes, I agree with you. No, I disagree with you. You're a fat fuck. Say something. Non-genetically proven son has got a big nose. Say something.
Says you.
By the way, I still want to know, like, he tried to put his, like, middle name on his shirt and ran out of room.
Oh, my God. No, I am just on the wrong side, right side of wrong.
Sure.
I'm not politically correct, now am I?
So, then they put in another piece of legislation. And you knew this... What?
To kick you out of the country.
Let them try. I triple dog dare them to try. Triple dog dare them to try. Then they put in a piece of legislation to eliminate the Electoral College.
Oh, jeez. But we knew that one was coming.
Yes, of course we did.
Because if that happens, a Republican will never be president again until the country wakes up.
Well, at least not in this generation.
Yeah.
The election will be who could promise the people the most. You know, the only way a person is going to win is to basically say, hey, we're going to let all the illegals vote, because then they'll get all the illegal votes. Or, hey, we're going to let all the dead people vote, because then they'll get all the dead people's votes.
They already got all the dead people's votes.
No, the Democrats do. But a Republican can say the same thing.
Daryl's watching.
Yes. He's taking a big chance calling me his friend. That's how you get a reputation, my friend. You know, I don't know why you think we're friends. Just because we went to a Trump rally together, we must be friends.
I'm surprised I'm still in school for doing that.
It's because you weren't on TV.
Went to 4 of them.
Nobody,
actually, I was on TV.
Nobody could prove that you were there.
But no. Just all the Snapchats I posted now.
No. You know why nobody could prove you were there? Because we all had on our white hoods, right? Right? Because we must be white supremacists because we went to a Trump rally.
Oh, gee. I saw the best white supremacy question ever.
Was it true or false?
The answer was hilarious. So, a colored gentleman goes up to a white gentleman and goes, do you believe in white supremacy? The white guy goes, well, that's a loaded question. So then they jabble, and then he goes. Then
Stop.
he says, "I'll
They jabble?
talk for like 2 seconds."
Excuse me. Excuse me. Stop the show. I gotta Google jabble and see what comes up. Again, I'm not edumacated. I'm Googling jabble and see what comes up. I swear to God, I'm sure it's in the Urban Dictionary. Jabble.
How'd you spell it?
Jabble. Jabble. A minor character that appears in Paper Mario. He looks like a bird. It's a British word. It means to agitate, so they were agitating each other.
Yeah.
And it means to splash. They jabbled coffee on his saucer.
Okay.
To break small waves, so it means you like flatulence.
Probably where I heard it on like a soccer thing. They're jabbling. But then the white guy asked the color guy, "Do you believe in white supremacy?" And he goes, "Of course." So he asks, "How did Obama get voted in?" The guy goes, "White people."
The Jews.
He just straight up goes, "White people," and the white guy looks at the camera and goes, "Exactly." White supremacy.
There is no Urban Dictionary for jabble. Oh, wait, yes, there is. I found it. See what you started? To jabble is the process of playing Jenga and Scrabble at the same time. Frank became a jabble master when he pulled the triple word score out of the tower. So they were talking about white supremacy while they were playing both Jenga and Scrabble at the same time.
And irritating each other.
That's very impressive. That's very impressive. Have you ever jabbled before, ladies and gentlemen? We really need sound effects on this show. We really do. We need sound effects.
Not that hard.
Gotta get the production truck. Let's go. Let's go. So, they want to eliminate the Electoral College. So what would be next? They're going to want to let all illegals vote. They will let people in Chad vote.
You're missing something. You're missing one thing. You skipped a step here.
I got the condoms. Don't worry.
You skipped a step.
What?
Everybody has to have a microchip in their head.
Well, that's with the shot that you're getting.
I ain't getting no shot.
We're going to talk about that shot, by the way. They are going to, it's going to become legal that people in Chad could vote for the President of the United States. Mark my words.
Okay.
Just Chad.
I'll mark the words.
Chad. Because people in Chad are expert at jabbling. Fuck jabbling.
All right.
I don't play Jenga. I play Scrabble. Even though I suck at spelling. I'm sure at one time I spelled cat with a K. C-A-K. But anyway, I digress. College word. Was that ever your word of the day?
No, I've heard that a billion times, though, from teachers.
The word of the day. But yeah, so now they want to get rid of the Electoral College because they want California, New York, and Illinois to decide who's going to be president of the United States. Now, is this going to happen? No. Because it is in the Constitution, until they rip up the Constitution, maybe next June when they get around to it. Do they need a constitutional amendment? Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm not a constitutional lawyer. I just sleep at a Holiday Inn Express. Cocksucker. Senator Markey. He's a dick.
So is like all of the senators.
So, Black Lives Matter. I'm so getting kicked off of life. There's a report out that one of the women that was one of the original creators of the group, Black Lives Matter, she's a Marxist. Do you want to explain what a Marxist is?
People who follow Karl Marx.
Very good.
I guess that'd be the easiest way to explain it.
Marxism is the economic term for communism, basically. Or communism is a political function. Think of Marxism as the economic function. So basically, you know, it's not, it takes a village, as Hillary would say, to raise a child. Well, this basically, you know, the government tells you what you're going to do for your job because it's to the best of your abilities. You know, the communist or the Marxist saying, from each of his abilities to each of their needs or something like that. So, she's a Marxist. Okay? She has the right to be. That's fine. But why is a Marxist buying 4 properties around the country valued at $3.2 million? Thought Marxism didn't believe in that. Yeah. So anyway, Facebook is now blocking those people who are sharing those stories. Surprise. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Why would Facebook do that? Can somebody... Again, I'm just a stupid fat fuck. Somebody tell me, A, why a Marxist is buying homes valued at $800,000, and B, why Facebook would suddenly block stories on that. Anybody?
Because they're Marxist.
Bueller? Like, you do understand that a Marxist wouldn't do that, right?
Yeah.
A Marxist, like somebody who believes in Marxism, basically wants to take away rich people's money and give it to the poor. So everybody needs to be the same. Again, to each... how does that saying go? To each of his abilities to... I gotta look that up.
What's
to each of his... There we go.
From each according to his ability to each according to his needs.
Thank you. I was just getting ready to say that. So why is a Marxist buying expensive properties? Very, very interesting. Very interesting.
Straight 8 says Biden is a Marxist.
Nah. He's just strange.
He's just strange.
It's just strange.
I feel like they just kind of give him like something shiny and just like, here, play with this.
Ooh. Remember Hillary when the balloons were falling in 2016? Ooh.
Yeah.
Biden is like a cat. You flash a light and it'll follow the light. That's Biden. Wait till Kamala is president. You just wait. That brings me into my next topic. Project Veritas. Do we know who Project Veritas is? Anybody? Anybody? Run by James O'Keefe. Yes? Do we recognize that name? Basically, he likes to tape people saying things that they want to hide from the general public. So his latest sting was on some producers or associate directors of CNN, where they basically said, basically admitting that they did all that they could to get Trump out of office.
If Biden isn't a Marxist, Trump is a communist.
Biden is not a Marxist. Biden is rich. He's not a Marxist. A true Marxist does not believe in wealth. Biden and his son are rich. They're not Marxist. They're, ready for this evil word? Capitalists. That's what they are. They're not Marxists. Come on. Come on, straight eight. Come on, you're smarter than that. Besides, to be a Marxist, you have to have the beard like Karl Marx.
He had an impressive beard.
You're on your way.
I'm getting there.
Hell, I can't even get my pubic hair to grow that long.
Thanks.
If it's going to be our last show, might as well go out with a bang. I mean, mostly because I shave it, so, you know.
Thank you for the information.
Oh, the worst thing you could have is stubble in your pubes. Oh, man. Oh.
Just keep talking about Karl Marx.
I digress. So, Project Veritas is out with this video. Again, where he has an associate director of CNN on tape, on videotape, saying all this stuff. Yes, we tried to get Trump out of office. If you're a longtime watcher of the show, I told you in 2016, they got Trump elected by putting him on TV every moment of every day. Because they thought by putting him on TV, people see how much of a fool he is. And it happened the other way around. They put him on TV and people saw how awesome he was. My hero. Going all the way back to my high school days. They saw how awesome he was. So then they threw all this negativity out at the next 4 years to get people to think he's a bad guy. See the power that the press and the media has? But anyway, so he's got the guy on tape. I would play the tape, but I don't have permission to play the tape. But you can find it on Project Veritas' own website. It's 9 minutes long, just this one part of it. He got suspended today permanently by Twitter. Project Veritas. James O'Keefe. Shocker there. I am still suspended by those cocksuckers. They still won't tell me what the fuck I did wrong.
Followed Donald Trump.
Probably. Here's the reason why they suspended James O'Keefe. Now, again, remember, he has the guy on videotape. On videotape. It's neat because, like, to show that they even treat common people the same way, their message to him started with, hello. Mine started with, hello. Your account has been permanently suspended for violating Twitter rules. That's exactly what mine said. He got kicked off for the exact same thing I did. Fake accounts. You may not register or create fake and misleading accounts or use multiple accounts to manipulate Twitter conversations. While you may use Twitter pseudonymously, whatever the fuck, or as a parody, commentary, or fan account, you may not use misleading account information in order to engage in spamming, abusive, or disruptive behavior, including attempts to manipulate the conversations on Twitter. What the fuck does that mean?
They don't like your political views?
So basically they're saying he's fake. He's in the business of fake news, basically. Now, again, he's got the guy on videotape. But it's fake. By the way, I got kicked off of Twitter for the exact same thing. That message that he got is the exact same thing I got from them. And I asked them to explain it. They won't. I asked them to show me where I did anything that they are saying I did. They won't. So what's James O'Keefe doing? He is now going to sue Twitter. I sent him a message asking if I could be included in this lawsuit. Because I should be.
Probably should have to show you what you did wrong.
Exactly. I want to know what I did wrong. I didn't I didn't create fake accounts.
You said Twitter Jack.
Twitter Jack.
Twatter.
Twatter Jack, yeah. Fucktoid Jack. Fucktoid Jack. Cocksucker Jack. So, again, he's suing. I asked him to include me in the lawsuit.
I don't know if that's going to happen, but you can try.
I'll pay for my own lawyer if I have to.
I think he can get a little better lawyer than you could. Just a little.
Yes, I cannot get the Jewish attorney. I can't afford it. I got to get the one from, what's that place over in France? That Germany, the Rhineland. My lawyer has to be from the Rhineland.
The Rhineland.
That's all I could afford.
It's just a series of hills and mountains in the northern part of France.
Right.
What?
That's all I could afford. A lawyer from the Rhineland.
There's nothing there. But
Exactly. Get the point? Get the point? They're cheap there. Do you get my point?
Naturally impenetrable, and the Germans went through it.
Do you get my point why I could only afford a lawyer from the Rhineland?
Is it part of one of the 50 Wehrmacht divisions? I don't know.
Mr. World War II expert here because he watched a video for World War II for Dummies.
No.
Yes.
You didn't know they smashed through 50 Wehrmacht divisions?
No, but I knew they went through the Rhineland, which was supposed to be impenetrable. I knew it took them 3 hours and 12 minutes to do it.
You want a badge or a cookie or something?
Yes, chocolate chip.
I got Oreos. Take it or leave it.
For someone who's watching this show for the first time, they're saying, "Who the fuck are these people?" What the fuck are they talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, the Great War is coming. Sooner or later, my teacher in college, God, that was so long ago.
Just last week.
Yes, yesterday. Actually, the class ended at 2:30. It was a 1 to 2:30 class. It's a Tuesday, Thursday. Classes are extended. It's a class and a half. He said the Great War will not be between country and country. He said the Great War will be between the haves and the have-nots. I believed it then. I believe it more now.
A lot more have-nots.
We learned. True. That was in French Revolution class when we started with the Visigoths. In the
years before the actual.
In the year 502. No, it was 800 and some or 900.
Supremacy.
Take 2, take 3, take 4.
The oppression of the Visigoths is what caused the French Revolution 700 years later.
Yes, that's how it started. How come you couldn't get that out of your mouth the first time? What was in your mouth?
I must in supremacy.
Are you concentrating because you're playing a game of Jabble?
I almost said the supremacy of the Visigoths, not the oppression.
Maybe they were supremacists. Let me ask you a question. Are you playing Jenga with your left hand or your right hand?
I don't know.
For those of you that Jabble, which hand do you use to play Jenga with? Your right or your left? I gotta think you would play Jenga with your dominant hand and Scrabble with your non-dominant hand.
That's what I would be thinking. I think I could control my right hand a little bit more. I'd win at Jenga, lose at Scrabble. So I mean.
No shit. No shit.
Thanks.
Captain Obvious.
What do you mean? I'm really good at spelling.
So let's get to what... Yeah! Okay. Production truck, give me a sound of a toilet flushing right about now. People are saying, just get the fuck to the bracket already. So let's get to the bracket. Dum da da dum. We're at the final four. Lots of upsets in this bracket.
Lots of one seeds.
Lots of upsets. Upsets galore in this bracket. We have, in the upper left-hand column, we had the number 1 seed MASH making it through. In the bottom left of the bracket, we had the number 1 seed Happy Days making it through.
Wow.
In the top right of the bracket, we had the number 1 seed I Love Lucy making it through.
Wow.
And in the bottom half of the bracket, we had the number 1 seed All in the Family making it through.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. Where'd your picture go?
I don't know.
There you are. Okay, you're back. I was trying to look for something, and I took your picture down for a minute. For those of you that don't realize how this program that we use works, if you saw his picture disappeared because it's like fake his picture. He's brought in using a program called Skype.
What are we talking to 80-year-olds?
Yes. We're talking to Tom. Tom is not...
Nobody uses Skype anymore.
Hello, you're on Skype right now.
Yeah, because you don't have an Apple computer.
We're explaining it to Tom, because I'll guarantee you Tom doesn't understand. Tom's like us.
We would use Zoom, but you don't know how to use Zoom.
I could figure it out if I had to. No, no. Wrong. I'm not using Zoom because when you use the free version, you can only use it for so long, and then your call drops. Get it right. If you're going to talk smack about me, get it right at least. Smack. Sounded pretty good.
Tom said thank you.
You're welcome. Just keeping it real. So, in the first matchup, we have the overall number 1 seed MASH going up against the overall number 4 seed Happy Days. I hope you all voted because this was close.
Was it?
I can't really say do we have an upset because they were both number 1 seeds.
Well, we could have an upset.
But if we were to take the overall number 1 seed MASH, if they lose, that would be an upset.
Right.
So, who's going through? Any idea? Do we have an upset? Do we have an upset? Obviously the number 1 seed Ding Dong. Captain Obvious.
West.
MASH is going through. 52% to 48%.
Boo. That isn't funny.
Bullshit, it ain't funny. By the way, for those of you MASH watchers up here, I'm going to get you guys to comment now. For those of you MASH watchers, and I don't mean the Monster Mash, they did the MASH. It's no the Monster Mash, the Monster Mash. I'll probably get taken down because it's copyrighted, that song. For those MASH watchers, did you like the old version with Blake, Colonel Blake and Trapper John and Frank Burns? Or did you like the newer MASH episodes with Colonel Potter and Winchester and BJ? Kind of like, are you a Ginger guy or a Marianne guy? Kinda. Are you more of the Blake, Burns, Trapper, or Potter, Winchester, BJ?
You're a Potter guy.
No, I was not. I like the older episodes a lot better. I thought the older episodes were much, much, much more funny. Funnier? Were much funnier? Were more funny? Say it as you will. All right, people, this is your turn to comment. I know some of yous watched MASH at some point. Yous were alive. I know.
Old version. Tom said old version, but they're both good.
Damn straight old version. Give it here, big guy. Thank you.
I hope he actually put his hand up.
Me too. What else? Anybody else? Come on. I know, by the way, the time delay on this thing is about 30 seconds. So what you're hearing me now, I actually said 30 seconds ago. I could hear me in real time, though.
Congratulations.
Can you hear yourself in real time?
Yeah.
So the other matchup was the overall number 2 seed, All in the Family, against the overall 3 seed, I Love Lucy. Lucy!
Daryl said the old version.
Damn straight! Fist pump. Fist right here, buddy. There you go. There you go. Now I know why we went to the Trump rally together. Tom, you could have came with us. Maybe next time. So, for those of us that need a refresher, I Love Lucy was dominating all their matchups. They dominated them all. And All in the Family had some dominant ones, and then they had some close ones. They had a very close one in their last round against Gilligan's Island. There's our Ginger and Marianne reference. Huh? So, I believe in last week's show, the non-genetically proven son kind of hinted that he thought I Love Lucy was going to win because of what was going on.
It's also the more recognizable title for people my age.
Because it's got the word love in Lucy. So people think sex.
It's definitely not why.
Really? 'Cause that's all. Your generation is interested in 2 things. Sex and Tide Pods. Tide Pods. That's it. That's all they're interested in. Well,
I never put a Tide Pod in my mouth.
And Mary Jane. They're interested in Mary Jane. Mary Jane. Or the devil's lettuce.
There you go. That's a different way of saying it.
The devil's lettuce. So, who won? All in the Family or I Love Lucy? I could tell you the percentage was 57 to 43.
I was going to say a tie.
No. There is no tie. There is no ties. How this works, by the way, is I look to see how many votes there are. Obviously. With 15 seconds left to go before the polls close, if there's an even number of votes, I always vote. I'm like the president of the Senate. I'm like Kamala. I keep my legs spread all the time.
We went to the Trump rally only because all the deplorables thought there'd be free food. That there was not.
That's sure why I went. Fat fuck, free food. Hell yeah.
You got the anal cavity search. Does that count?
We did have the anal cavity search.
No lubricant.
By the way, for our next show, I want a report by you on why Mary Jane is called the devil's lettuce. I'm tasking you with that.
Oh, why don't you just Google it? You'll probably find a pretty quick answer.
No, I want you to Google it. So, who's moving on? Did you look, by the way, at the results to see who's moving on?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So, our final matchup is MASH against All in the Family. All in the Family winning 57-43. It was actually 56.5 to 43.5. But who's counting the half? Technically, it was 56.54 to 43.46. Technically. With more decimal points down the road. So, our finals are MASH and All in the Family. Classic matchup. And it'd be very interesting to see who wins. Before the bracket started, said All in the Family was going to win the bracket.
That you did.
So, voting is open until next Thursday at 6 o'clock. And on next Thursday's show, excuse me, I picked my nose. On next Thursday's show, we will have the winner. And then we will get into our next bracket, which means I got work to do. Our next bracket is 90s through 2020 sitcoms bracket. So, we'll see how that goes. And then after that, we got to think of what bracket we might do.
Here's your quick answer. Many people used to describe the smoking of cannabis. According to Miss Halperin, the author, the term originated in 1971 in San Rafael, California, when a group of high school students used it as a code to meet up and smoke.
I didn't know we were on the next episode.
There's your answer.
I said for the next episode.
Well, that's your short answer.
Well, I want a longer answer next time. I want you to now find some people who used that as the code when they were in high school, wherever that was. So, see that? Now you got to go find the people. Can you imagine that? Like, say that in front of the teachers. Like, the teacher's not going to think you're pretty well fucked in the head. Like, what are you talking about? Like, devil's lettuce? What? Like, is that some kind of group name? Like,
you don't know what that is, you're cultured.
You put that on your jacket. Like, you know, like the Jets and the Sharks. You know, we're going to go back to West Side Story. Devil's Lettuce. That's our group name.
Devil's Lettuce.
Devil's Lettuce. We're going to start a band. Our band name is Devil's Lettuce. I'm sure there is a band called Devil's Lettuce out there somewhere. There has to be. And you're going to Google it. I know you are. Watch it be like a religious group. Yes, Bueller, right? Come on, there's a group called the Devil's Lettuce. Don't play music from them. The channel will get taken down. So obviously there's a group called the Devil's Lettuce.
Yeah, there is.
Bluegrass, I would assume.
Yeah.
Classical jazz. So,
Religious.
what?
Religious.
Do they smoke reefer while they're doing the show? Like,
Yes.
actually, they probably drop meth while they're doing the show. Remember, don't do meth.
Meth?
Meth. Or math. Don't do math.
Oh my god, that brings up something I heard today.
Of course it does.
I heard that somebody was saying the way math is taught promotes white supremacy.
Oh, I saw an article on that a couple days ago. Yes.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Well,
Math?
you know what else is racist? Did you hear what Pete Buttigieg said is racist a couple days ago?
The soccer balls are white. I don't know why.
No.
What?
Roads.
Roads?
Highways are racist.
Why are they racist?
I have no fucking clue. I wasn't even going to click on the damn thing because it's so stupid I would just want to punch the fucker.
Kentucky bluegrass and California sensimil.
Thank you, Tom. he's
bowling pins are racist.
He's back on devil's lettuce.
Bowling pins are racist.
Well, of course they are.
White.
The twister pins
and I
definitely
throw a
are.
black ball at them. I don't know.
Yes. Buttigieg.
Highways are racist. Because the lines are white.
Black and brown neighborhoods have been disproportionately divided by highway projects or left isolated by the lack of adequate transportation resources. So highways are racist.
So there's no major highways going through the middle of Reading. I'm sorry.
Yes, there is. There's two of them that go through the middle of Reading.
They're not in the middle of Reading.
Bullshit.
Like downtown.
Bullshit. 422 is Penn Avenue. That's right in the middle of Reading.
It's not really a highway, though.
For Pennsylvania, it is. It's got potholes on it. That's the designation for a highway in Pennsylvania is by how many potholes it has.
Actually, every road's a highway in Pennsylvania because there's no speed limit unless there's a cop. Right?
Hey, there's still roads in my hometown that are brick. How about that? You think I'm joking?
I know what you're talking about,
you think I'm joking? Why they never paved over it, I have no idea. But to this day, they're still brick. Yeah, Wyoming streeters up there. Living on the brick roads. That's 3 blocks from my house. But anyway, I digress. So, yes, highways are racists. But the Utah Jazz are not racist.
That's right.
Which one of these just doesn't belong here? Which one of these just doesn't belong? Oh, for crying out loud. I don't know. Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about before we call it a night? And wait for this to get uploaded to see if I get banned? You guys at least partially restored my faith by giving at least a few comments tonight. Thank you. Appreciate it. You know, I was thinking when we're done with the next bracket, maybe we'll do a wrestling bracket. I could come up with 64 wrestlers.
I thought we were doing 90s to now sitcom.
I said after the next bracket.
Oh. Wrestling bracket.
Wrestling.
Yeah, John Cena. What? Will we be voting on who we think would win the match?
No, a bracket of best wrestler.
Oh, best wrestler.
Yeah. Now, if I just did from 80s on up, the number 1 seeds would be Hogan, Flair, probably Stone Cold, and either The Rock or John Cena. Probably John Cena.
Yeah, all those 1 seeds would lose in by the 3rd round.
Not Ric Flair.
He's not a good wrestler.
Woo!
He's not entertaining to watch.
Oh, bullshit! Bullshit! You know nothing about wrestling.
Watching Hogan freaking wrestle is like watching Earl Anthony bowl.
Hulk Hogan knows 3 moves.
Yeah, the clothesline, the leg drop,
and the body slam.
And the body slam.
Let's put it this way. Ric Flair could make you look good in the wrestling ring. Ric Flair could make me look good in the wrestling ring. Ric Flair could make Tom Yost look good in the wrestling ring.
You know who's good in that bracket? The Ultimate Warrior.
He would be in there.
He'd be like a 4 seed.
That's about right. But if I had to do older wrestlers, then I'd have to take out a number 1 seed and we'd have to put Bruno Sammartino in as a number 1 seed. And he's probably not going to go anywhere because nobody really remembers too many of the old-time wrestlers. Like me. And then I got to debate, do I want to put women in there? Do I want to be sexist and not put women in there? Or do I put women in there?
The problem is once...
Because realistically, if we're going to put women in there, I could use the fabulous Moolah as a number 1 seed.
She'll lose first round.
Because she was only the women's champion for, what, like 60 years?
But nobody knows who that is.
I do.
People my age do not know who that is.
You do.
Yeah, because I used to watch WWE.
Tom Yost says Sid Vicious.
Lex Luger.
Lex Luger. No, I don't like Lex Luger. He took my girl away from me.
We could put your favorite wrestler on there.
Well, Macho Man would be a number 2 seed.
No.
No. Oh, Kamala.
Who?
Kamala.
Kamala.
I'm the white Kamala.
What?
Google Kamala. And not Kamala Harris. The wrestler, Kamala. I'm the white Kamala. I know who Kamala is. You don't have to show me.
Who doesn't?
And like during the match, he would like slap his stomach.
No, I think you're more like this wrestler. He didn't wrestle a whole lot. But this guy. Big Daddy V.
Big Daddy V.
He didn't wrestle a whole lot.
Speaking of, the WWE just let a lot of people go today. One of them being Samoa Joe. It was very interesting.
Really?
Yeah. They released a lot of people today. Which they usually do after WrestleMania. And yeah, now, it could be Samoa Joe may never wrestle again because he hasn't wrestled in months. He's been on commentary, so he's like super injured, obviously. So they let him go. They bought him out or agreed to terms or, you know.
He could be out for 2+ years.
They optioned him to their minor league farm club at NXT.
Maybe his injury was kind of like Edge's, where he may come back, he may not.
Maybe they traded him for a wrestler to be named later. And a 7th round draft pick. Who knows?
7th round draft pick.
7th round draft pick. Who else did they release today? A lot of people are pissed that they didn't release what's his name? That guy.
John Cena.
No. They're pissed that they didn't release Velveteen Dream.
Really?
Apparently he's been accused of spousal abuse or something.
Velveteen Dream. The gay guy.
Dream. Mickey James, Billy Kay, Chelsea Green, Kalisto, Tucker, I don't know who that is, Wesley Blake, to name a few.
We got rid of Kalisto? No.
To name a few. Let's see who else. Carl Anderson? Really? Luke Gallows? Heath Slater? I thought. Oh, no. These guys are gone already. I think. Lilo Rush? Maybe. Yeah, those guys are really slashed her. They released Peyton Royce, which is a shame. That surprised me because they were just giving her a push not that long ago.
Bo Dallas.
Mo
Raleigh. That's all the ones that came up for me on this one.
But anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, that will be our show for tonight. You notice we had more viewers tonight when I say I'm going to yell on as an introduction, when I write about what the show's going to be about, we have more people. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
people like politics more. People like our politics show more. I don't know.
Which is weird. No, people just want to hear me curse and yell.
Because it's funny.
Why don't you start cursing and yelling?
You don't give me a lot of informative information before the show about what we're talking about.
I usually make a post on what the show's going to be about.
Politics. That could be a lot of different things.
Well, it's like, whose line is it anyway? It's off the cuff. Whose jest? You gotta say what's on your mind as it comes on your mind. You want to call a senator a cocksucker? You call a senator a cocksucker. Go ahead, say it. Senator, you're a cocksucker.
Senator, you're a cocksucker.
Very good. You actually have the balls to say it.
Like 92 of them are cocksuckers.
Not the women. Just the men. Kamala was too, but she's not a senator anymore. She was a cocksucker, all right.
And a cock taker.
She probably was a muncher too. You do what you gotta do to get ahead. You do what you gotta do to get ahead in this world.
That's our message of the day.
That says, do what you gotta do to get ahead in this world. Whatever it is, just don't let me know about it.
Tip of the day.
Tip of the day. Do what you gotta do. Do what you got. Hey, our average watch time is like 25 minutes tonight. All right. Yeah. Although I don't believe these stats that YouTube gives you. I really don't. I don't believe anything that YouTube says. They're cocksuckers. All right.
You're like Oprah. You're a cocksucker. You're a cocksucker.
Clip that. I want to put that on Facebook. You're a cocksucker. You're a cocksucker. That would be a clip from tonight's show. You're like Oprah. You're a cocksucker. You're a cocksucker. Do it. I want a clip of that. Yes. That would be awesome. You guys better like that clip. That's all I'm going to say. Or heart it, or, whatever. In fact, pay homage to us by sending us videos of saying, you're a cocksucker, you're a cocksucker, you're a cocksucker. Pay homage to us. Do you have anything to say before we say goodbye?
You're a cocksucker. And you're a cocksucker.
Sure. Okay. Whatever. That, you know what? That's why I have this beautiful house with a broken ceiling fan.
That you broke like 2 years ago.
With a vacuum cleaner. Don't ask. Have a good weekend. Remember, where we go one,
we go all.
cocksuckers.